From outlawing chewing gum to requiring government permission to reincarnate. Yes, really. These real laws are so bizarre they sound fake. But they're very real, still enforced, and in some cases, still breaking brains. Buckle up. Today, we're diving into the top 10 weirdest laws still in effect around the world. Welcome to the Top 10 Facts Club, your front row seat to the strangest corners of life, law, and logic. If you're into facts that make you question reality, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because today's episode, it's going to make you very nervous about accidentally committing a crime abroad. Number 10. Chewing gum is illegal in Singapore. In 1992, Singapore officially banned chewing gum, not because of health issues, but because of public cleanliness and vandalism. Government officials were fed up with vandals sticking gum on subway doors, elevator buttons, and public housing keyholes. This led to breakdowns in public transportation and increased maintenance costs. The solution? Outlaw it completely. Importing or selling gum became a punishable offense, with fines up to $100,000 or 2 years in prison. The only exception, therapeutic dental or nicotine gum. And even that requires a prescription. While this law might seem extreme, it aligns with Singapore's strict cleanliness policies, which also ban spitting, littering, and failing to flush public toilets. Tourists caught violating these laws can face hefty fines, or worse, public shaming. The government insists this policy has worked wonders. Singapore remains one of the cleanest cities in the world. But travelers beware, don't pack that juicy fruit. Number 9. You can't die in Longyearbyen, Norway. Welcome to the Arctic town of Longyearbyen, where dying is, technically, illegal. Due to the extreme cold, bodies buried in the town cemetery never decompose. In 1950, scientists discovered that corpses interred decades earlier still contained active traces of the 1918 Spanish flu virus. Fearing the potential for a deadly virus to re-emerge from frozen remains, officials took a radical step: ban dying. If you're terminally ill or close to death, you must be transported to mainland Norway for hospice care. And if someone dies unexpectedly, their remains are quickly relocated. While the law isn't enforced with arrests, it's a legal policy that has fundamentally reshaped how this small polar community handles death. It's not just quirky, it's a chilling lesson in how climate can literally rewrite the rules of life and death. Number 8. Winnie the Pooh is banned in Polish playgrounds. In the small Polish town of Tucson, Winnie the Pooh is not welcome, especially near children. In 2014, town council members vetoed a proposal to name a local playground after the beloved bear. Why? According to council transcripts, Pooh was considered inappropriate due to his lack of pants. One councillor even claimed that Pooh was half naked and thus an inappropriate role model for children. Another bizarre concern raised was the ambiguity of Pooh's gender and the psychological confusion that could cause in young minds. Though the ban is local and not national, it reflects how cultural values can create wildly different interpretations of a character most people view as innocent. So if you're planning a story hour with the 100-Acre Wood Gang in Tucson, maybe bring Paddington instead. 7. It's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland. In Switzerland, loneliness is a legal issue, at least for guinea pigs. These sociable rodents are considered victims of abuse if kept alone. The Swiss Animal Protection Ordinance mandates that guinea pigs must be kept in pairs or groups, as they rely heavily on social interaction for mental well-being. But here's where it gets wild. To enforce this, the country has services offering guinea pig matchmaking and even guinea pig rental programs. So if one of your guinea pigs dies, you can rent a companion while searching for a permanent match. This law is part of Switzerland's broader effort to protect animal dignity, which also includes bans on boiling lobsters alive and making sure goldfish have visual stimulation in their tanks. While it might sound excessive to some, Switzerland takes the emotional health of animals very seriously and expects its citizens to do the same. 6. In Denmark, baby names must be approved by the government. Thinking of naming your child something unique in Denmark? Not so fast. The Danish government maintains a list of approximately 7,000 pre-approved baby names. If your desired name isn't on the list, you must apply for special permission, explaining the meaning and linguistic origin. The aim? To protect children from names that could be deemed bizarre, embarrassing, or difficult to spell and pronounce. Names like Pluto, Monkey, and even Anus have been rejected. But not all cases are ridiculous. One family famously fought to name their child Metallica and only succeeded after a legal battle. The law exists under the country's Name Act, which applies to both first and last names. While it may sound like government overreach, Danish authorities argue it helps shield kids from bullying and social stigma. Just make sure your baby name doesn't sound like a sci-fi villain before you submit. 5. No reincarnation without permission in China. Tibet's spiritual leaders believe in reincarnation, but China's central government insists that no Buddhist monk can be reborn without state approval. This regulation was enacted in 2007, ostensibly to prevent fraudulent spiritual claims. But many believe it's a political maneuver aimed at controlling the succession of the Dalai Lama, who is traditionally believed to reincarnate after death. By requiring official permission for rebirth, the government effectively positions itself as the gatekeeper of Tibetan spiritual tradition. The law states that anyone planning to reincarnate must submit a formal application to the State Religious Affairs Bureau. Yes, even in the next life, paperwork is required. Critics argue that this is a thinly veiled attempt to erode Tibetan autonomy. Yet it remains an official policy, a law that weaponizes bureaucracy to manage belief in the afterlife. 4. In Australia, it's illegal to disrupt a wedding or funeral. While many places consider interrupting a ceremony to be bad manners, Australia has taken it a step further, making it a criminal offense. According to Section 23 of the Summary Offences Act in South Australia, any person who intentionally obstructs or disturbs a wedding or funeral can be fined up to $10,000 or face 2 years in jail. This law is surprisingly broad and doesn't require physical violence. Simply shouting during the vows or staging a prank at a funeral could count. The law exists to protect solemn occasions from public disturbances, particularly given Australia's long history of protest culture. So if you're planning a dramatic objection during a wedding ceremony down under, you might want to bite your tongue unless you're ready to face the law. 3. In Japan, you can't be fat legally. Known as the Metabo Law, Japan's 2008 health promotion law sets legal limits on waist size. For men over the age of 40, the waistline must not exceed 85 centimeters, 33.5 inches, and for women, it's 90 centimeters, 35.4 inches. Companies and local governments are required to measure citizens annually and offer weight loss guidance if individuals exceed the limits. While there are no fines for the individuals themselves, companies can be penalized for having too many employees out of compliance. The idea is to reduce the burden on the healthcare system by tackling metabolic syndrome, a condition linked to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. While the law has drawn criticism for fat shaming and being overly intrusive, it reflects Japan's cultural emphasis on group health and collective responsibility. 2. In Thailand, stepping on money is a crime. In Thailand, money isn't just currency, it's symbolic. Thai banknotes and coins feature an image of the king, and stepping on them is considered a serious insult to the monarchy. Because Thailand has strict lèse majesté laws, among the harshest in the world. Defacing or disrespecting currency can lead to arrest or jail time. This law can easily catch tourists off guard. Imagine chasing a rolling coin into the street and stepping on it to stop it. Suddenly, you're committing a criminal offense. Tourists have been detained for similar harmless mistakes. The law reflects the deep reverence for the Thai royal family, and even accidental disrespect can be met with legal action. When in Thailand, keep your feet far from your wallet, and maybe skip the coin tricks. 1. In Milan, you must smile at all times, unless at a funeral. Yes, smiling is mandatory in Milan, Italy, at least according to a centuries-old regulation still technically on the books. The law requires citizens to maintain a cheerful demeanor in public at all times. Exceptions are made for funerals and hospital visits, but otherwise, a frown could land you a fine. While not commonly enforced today, this law reflects a cultural and historical emphasis on civic morale. It dates back to Austrian rule in the 19th century, when authorities believed smiling promoted social harmony and deterred crime. Local police rarely enforce the rule today, but it remains a quirky footnote in Milanese legal history. Just remember, when in Milan, keep your spirits high, or at least fake it till you make it. From spiritual reincarnation paperwork to being arrested for frowning in Milan, these laws prove that legal systems can be just as strange as the people who write them. What might seem like common sense in one country can be a punishable offense in another. These weird rules are a reminder that law isn't always logical. Sometimes it's just local. Which of these laws blew your mind the most? Have you ever accidentally broken a weird law abroad? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more strange, surprising, and downright shocking facts from around the world. Stay curious and stay out of legal trouble.